Okay. Well, hey, everybody. Wow, what the hell, huh? What a podcast it is today with guests Mike Falzone and William Haynes.
What's the name of the woman that makes things and then she was supposed to go to jail?
Banana?
No, but she's supposed to go to jail, but she paid somebody else because she's like rich.
Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart. I want her at my roast.
Okay. Let's fill it out.
That's a good pop culture, like, joke person to have on your roast.
But is she getting old? Like, do you remember? Oh,
Yeah, she's super old now.
Remember everything was about Oprah? Oprah was the woman.
Yeah.
Is Ellen the new woman?
Is Ellen the new woman?
Yeah.
Well, she's not a woman, right? She's a man on the inside.
What the
Ellen's a woman.
But she's got. But she doesn't.
You can say that.
Can't say that.
Wait, are we? You didn't say a last name. Which Ellen are we talking
Which
about?
fucking Ellen do you
I
think?
have a neighbor named Ellen who is associates as a man.
You're thinking of.
Oh, Ellen Bajinian.
Yeah, bajillion,
Bajinian.
bajillion.
I think it's Helen Bajinian. You're thinking of Helen DeGeneres.
There is someone here named on this planet named Ellen Bajinian.
Ellen Bajinian. Helen Bajinian.
Bajinian.
Bajinian. It's Burgoyne.
Who the fuck has the last name Bajinian?
Yo, who gonna turn down my headphones?
All the controls are right
Everyone
here.
gets one of these for right now to hold on to.
I already have one.
Yeah, but
I don't
take
want
this
the
one.
second
Steve,
one.
look, you already started taking off that
Take this
pillow
one.
2 years ago.
Here, hold this one, please.
Don't ruin another
Okay,
pillow.
but just hold this while you're doing it. Don't let go of that. And
I already
please hold the
have
one
one.
I gave you. And I'll like one
Look,
too.
you already halfway ruined the one
Can
under
I have
you.
one? There we go. So we each have one.
Can we make wishes?
I mean, as long as you keep it to yourself.
Fuck. Why did all the movies in the 80s and 90s used to be about kids like coming together against adults and being smart, and now they just got explosions in them?
I need several examples of each.
Okay.
Let's have 3 examples of each.
Remember
Breakfast
the movie?
Club.
I never know the name of movies, and I hope you guys can get this. I know you will. Movie about a kid, parents don't love him, falls into a portal, bunch of dwarves hang out with him.
Time Bandits.
Time Bandits.
What was that one you were telling me about that has like Nicolas Cage or something?
No, it was Robert Downey Jr. Okay, Robert Downey Jr. Maybe you know the name of this.
Someone
'cause
try
I
to figure
forgot.
this shit out because I couldn't.
It's Robert Downey Jr.
You're the
goes.
movie guy.
There's a bus, a bunch of different people on this bus of all different ages and ethnicities.
Speed.
They all die. No, they all die. But the only person that can see him is Robert Downey Jr. and he has to save them.
Seventh Sense.
No.
What is
I
this movie?
swear to God, this is a movie I saw. in
Let's
film
find it right
school.
now. I'm gonna pull up
Robert Downey
IMDb.
Hello. I am D boy.
I am Die Boy.
Do you have a score on IMDb? What's your score?
My star rating?
Yeah.
Let's find out right now.
I want to get an IMDb.
Let's find out everyone's star rating. Are you on IMDb, Mike?
I don't think I
I
have
have
one.
0 credits.
You can
Will,
be on
are
my
you
roast.
on IMDb?
I think I have one thing on there.
What do you think?
It doesn't say that my star rating on the app.
You suck. I want a rating so bad.
Do you have a profile with a picture, or are you just like
It's yeah.
dude? See, what are you doing here, man?
Let's see.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
It's the picture you took.
Why don't you go
Yeah.
back into the stratosphere with the rest of the stars, you piece of shit?
Look at this one right here that I had up there
That's just
for
a
the
blank
podcast
screen.
list. This one's special for the podcast listeners.
I love that photo.
It's a good one. It's
Man,
one
I've
of-
never seen any photo like that one.
So, like, Mike, why don't you start off the podcast?
Can I do the sponsor spot today?
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to anyone listening to this. This show will probably not last very long.
What, the podcast?
Yeah.
No, it'll last for
what
another
an
45
incentive
minutes
to
at
keep
least.
watching. I will keep doing this shit till I'm dead.
Can I do the sponsor spot?
Yes,
Yeah,
Father.
please do the
All right.
sponsor spot.
Today's SourceFed podcast is brought to you by just regular YouTube. Regular YouTube, there's literally billions of hours of entertainment, and 100 years ago, people played with sticks. So why are you complaining about anything? Regular YouTube. Go ahead and look it up if you have a
You
phone.
forgot the link. The link.
Okay, that's www.turnonthefucking-internet and press the YouTube button on your phone. It's never been easier to not complain about
Wait a
stuff.
minute. Will? Is the movie called Heart and Souls?
I feel like no. I don't remember the name. That's why I'm trying to like. But let me see.
Harrison.
While you guys are trying to figure it out, can I do the sponsored spot?
Yeah.
The SourceFed
Harrison.
pod. Can I get my shot back, please?
Penny, Julia, and Milo
SourceFed podcast brought to
died
you
in
today by strings.
1959.
They
Yes,
hold
this
your
is
shoes
it.
together.
That's
they
it.
hold your pants together.
When the bus-
they hold pillows together until they're pulled apart.
They
It's
are
strings.
writing crashes. The 4 continue as ghosts.
Do you have a guitar? You'll need about 6 of them.
Falcone,
Strings.
did you used to live in New York?
No, I never lived in New York. I lived next to New York in
Connecticut?
It's got a 6.9
I thought you did.
out of 10 on
That's
Oim Doi Boy.
Oim Doi Boy. You know what's one of your best bits, Steve, that I wish I came
Thanks,
up with?
man. Tell me about it.
The behind the scenes video where they like when you do a British accent and you're like, oh, finally. And
Oh yeah. I actually am proud of that bit too. That was a
Yeah.
good bit.
yeah, I don't think you thought about it. You just
No,
did
it just happened.
Dude, what if we made this episode like the This Is Your Life episode and we just went through everything you've ever done that we've liked?
No, I'm really into.
What a terrible experience for anyone else.
I really like because I always hated them growing up. I like you remember in sitcoms there'd be an episode where they act like it's a regular episode, but they're really just talking about past episodes and they cut to clips. Of,
Yeah.
It's because they're like
The end of the season.
Yeah, or like
Everyone's
they all want to go on
100th
vacation,
episode.
or everyone's in contract negotiations to get more money, so they decided to throw that episode in the mix.
I want to do one of those.
They got the two actors that aren't trying to get more money to be in that
Mm-hmm.
episode, and all the other cast is like they're in negotiations.
Being on I always thought that like being on a sitcom was like the funnest thing you could do. But when you think about it, there's like 3 sets and like they just do the same thing over and over again. It's probably
Yeah.
terrible.
Upstairs, downstairs, and right outside the living room door.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm
I
thinking
like-
specifically of Married with Children.
Is that the one with the
the kitchen, kind
with Futurama woman on it?
Yeah.
Katie
Yeah.
Seagal.
When she had 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Get us a go.
And a weird hairstyle.
Yeah.
I've been watching Roseanne, and I think I brought that up on every podcast I'm on, all 10,000 of them.
Uh-huh.
And I really love it still.
John
Okay.
Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. I forgot how amazing of an actor he is.
You know he's been 53 since he was born.
he really has not aged.
He's been 53 since 1992.
I mean, he had to act in shit before that. What did he look like?
King Ralph. No,
Okay,
I don't know
I-
what was before that.
Can I trade you?
Yeah.
I did a search on Reddit for the weirdest questions that people have ever been asked. And I'm going to ask you all these questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do we have to answer them?
Andreas?
This is a AM sometime.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't?
That's not a real question.
Wait.
Wait.
Are there any good ones?
I'd like you to answer it first.
Can I do the sponsor spot up
Yeah.
top?
Yes.
Hit us with the sponsor spot.
All right, guys. This SourceFed podcast is brought to you about questions. You ever have questions? You can't know stuff unless you have them. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead and visit questions.com, which is probably already a real website.
Can you please give us the custom link so they can go on and type in the coupon code, which you should also list?
I didn't get to that part yet. For 50% off of questions, go ahead and put in our names.
Do you think that caterpillars know that they're supposed to become butterflies?
That's a good question.
I think that's an instinct thing, right?
They really
They would
based-
have to be
Are
self-aware.
they aware of it, though, you think?
I don't think they have self-awareness.
I mean, if you woke up and then you could fly, but they don't know that's going to happen.
they just know something's telling me to make a sleeping bag
Do
and
you
hang
think
out.
their mind knows that they're a butterfly when they are one?
I
Do
don't
they
think-
remember being a caterpillar when they're a butterfly?
Yes, I think I read once that they do retain memories from them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
they
make
remember.
up my
Humans
own.
come up with all these names.
Yeah.
They're not sitting there being like, I'm what
What do they
humans
call
call a
them? Yeah,
caterpillar.
what do they call themselves?
It's
is
like
it's a great
like,
question.
like everybody
Down.
everybody loves their dog so much, but your dog doesn't even know your name.
Yeah,
it just
or
needs-
its own name.
No, they know their own name.
But I mean, like, does it know that that's its name,
or
does
they
it,
know
is
that means
just,
like come.
Yeah,
What
Yeah.
did you just say?
To
yeah,
come.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a yeah. How many?
Did we do the sponsor spot?
All right, let me get it real quick.
Go ahead, Will.
Hey, everybody. Well, while you've been watching, you might want to go on over to youtube.com/sourcefed.com and subscribe to our URL code. Type in Mike File Zone and get 15% off anything you can find there for a daddy's price.
Here's a good question. Why do we have hair around our butthole?
I don't. I don't.
Wait, no, it serves some kind of a function.
Does it serve a function?
I think it makes your farts funnier.
It gives their sounds, makes their sounds funnier.
I'm almost positive.
I do have hair around mine, and
This
sometimes I'm
woman
convinced
says-
it's too much.
This woman says she was asked by an old man when she first got her braces, does it hurt to kiss?
Dude,
Can I?
that sounds like the creepiest
You know,
proposition.
I went to the doctor like a week or two ago, and I got a call back, and and
Like it's an audition.
yeah, I got
Hey,
a call
you did
back.
you did great at the doctor. We'd love to see you again.
I'm gonna do a search to find out why we have hair around our
But
buttholes.
it turns out that like I don't have any diseases.
That's good.
And I for years thought I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
so
you
I
a
didn't go to the
hypochondriac?
I think so, but not in a way that I like, not a serious way, but I do always think I'm dying of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a heavy weight to carry around with you.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it.
You guys ready?
So
for the-
how often? Hold on, I'm talking to Will about dying.
Listening.
How often after the doctor tells you everything is fine do you start thinking you have
New
something
shit.
again?
Immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately.
You get out of the hospital and a baby coughs in your mouth.
like, "Oh."
Like, shit, I got baby.
Am I having discharge?
Was this discharge?
I just wrote a super fight card that I hope they use. That is because in super fight you pick your opponent, you pick the character you're gonna fight as, and then you pull another card for like what your ability is
Yeah.
or like what your attribute is, and sometimes they're not good. And one of the ones I came up with was you found a lump right before you started fighting.
Oh man.
God, I would focus
That'll
on that
put a
lump
damper.
the
Right,
whole
you would be
time.
thinking about that lump the entire time.
Yeah, that's no
God.
good.
All right.
Lumps just happen to people, huh?
Are you
Yeah.
guys ready to find out why we have butt hair?
Yes,
Remember how-
please.
First of all, I want to say thanks to our sponsor, 3 Kinds of Milk. There's 3 kinds of milk in the world. One's non-fat, low-fat, and fat.
But with
Fat milk. And
they no
this
longer-
episode is brought to you by Fat Milk.
they no longer sell traditional. Tell us why, Steve.
They don't sell traditional because it has way too much vitamin J.
Well, vitamin
And
J
we-
is
yeah.
something that can be found in bull sperm, and it not necessarily can be ingested and become a bull. But if you do take in too much vitamin J, you will become, a gynus.
Well,
Vitamin
it was
J
making
was my DJ name in high school.
it was that also makes
Vitamin
Mexicans
J.
sick.
I actually did take DJ classes in high school.
What is that?
At the
DJ
youth center,
classes?
at the youth center I used to go to,
Who
Rise
teaches
Center
that?
Youth,
Who's
fucking a guy
a
who's
DJ,
like.
a real DJ.
I mean, he didn't succeed, so I mean, he's here. I'm just kidding. He was cool, but like, I learned how to scratch. And then I took like 4 more, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I took the video class, and here we are. True
So you
story.
could have been a DJ.
If I had really tried, hell yeah, I'd be up there like, I would love to be throwing pies in people's face. Like, what's the guy's name?
Pies in people's face?
Did somebody over there?
Chris,
Steve Aoki.
Steve
Andreas?
Aoki throws pies in people's face?
Yeah. Do they put-
Is what you're doing, I'm sorry, is what you're doing on stage that uninteresting that you are a musician and you have to throw pies in
No,
people's face?
It's the opposite. What he's doing is so like lights and sounds that people don't even know they're getting hit in the face with a
Let's
pie.
back up real quick.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
How many lights and sounds do you need to make a guy standing behind a table pressing play interesting?
I went to
People are getting bored of all these lights and smoke and lasers. I better start throwing pies in people's face.
I know you would be pissed if that happened to you.
also, don't they have?
I would eat the pie.
I
If
eat
it
it too.
happened to me, I'd be fine. I'm just saying you don't need to do that.
I was watching basketball yesterday with adults, and it was actually way more fun. Like I wanted to get into basketball, and they were cut to. When you watch basketball, there are so many fucking commercials, and one of the commercials was for the NBA, and it was just showing like LeBron like talking to like some kid. All he did was like pat this kid on his back, and the kid started losing his fucking mind.
Inspired forever.
And I was just like, I was inspired. I was like, I want someone to lose their mind if I look at them.
Yeah.
Well, what's that feel like?
You have to do greatness first.
And
Be
then,
big, be good.
so what if LeBron took it to the next step and started throwing pies?
I'm saying if you're LeBron James, you don't have to throw pies.
You can dunk.
You're already an impressive person. is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
The Beatles have never thrown a pie on stage.
No, they haven't had
John
to.
Lennon died never throwing a pie on stage.
No, they haven't had to.
0 times.
He did some other terrible shit, but that's cool.
He did terrible shit.
One time I had a turkey sandwich with Steve Aoki on it. Here's why we have butt hair. This issue is a very serious one.
Pizza Rev.
Why do we have butt hair? Having it on my genitals seems quite understandable to keep the little guys all warm.
Oh.
But what benefits can I possibly derive from having hairs in my butt? To me, it is a kind of hygiene hazard that comes with no known benefit. Here's the answer. Butt hair is not common in everyone, but it runs in some lineages.
Vote Bernie Sanders,
The
2016.
human hair was never wired for convenience. It might be some odd evolutionary addition that was never really removed, something that was once of benefit, but as we evolved, it became quite useless.
It's
like
the appendix. The appendix of the anus.
Steve,
The original function of butt hair is protection. You must never forget that every hole in your body, including your butthole, are quite sensitive. So like every other sensitive hole in your body, there is a need to protect your butthole. At our current evolutionary position, we stand upward in a straight posture. In this straight posture, the muscles for sitting convenience completely fold behind it,
Oh my
giving
God.
it all the protection it requires as long as we ensure it's clean.
You can
But
make
before
so
we
much
acquired
money.
this posture, we would have ended up with posture like that of a gorilla. Try to bend over when your pants are off your ass. You will discover that both sides of gluteus maximus are no longer completely sealed. So imagine you were in that position at all times every day. If this were to be the case, you would have had your butthole exposed to open air, sun, and guys. Having hairs in your asshole in such circumstances would make the hair kind
What
of
medical journal are you
insulator,
reading right now?
sunblock, and prevent the small critters you hate having around that little hole from making it their permanent residence.
I gotta tell you how thankful I am for the hairs around my butt for when I'm outside and I bend over so it doesn't rain in it.
You guys know I really come on this show and fucking try. I really
What are you
fucking
talking about?
try.
You don't find that fascinating? Why you have butt hair?
I fucking try every week.
Okay, I got it. You've been going to the gym and you can't break this table.
This episode is brought to you by Hanger Pills. They're for when you can't find a hanger for your other shirts.
Where am I? When am
And
I
you
ever?
put the pills in water and they make hangers.
When am I ever
Hanger
gonna?
pills. Hanger pills.
I guarantee that was the moment my mom tuned out of this particular podcast.
Your mom was listening to this?
I try to figure out when she would tune out of everything
Your mom
that I watch.
listens?
Yeah, she says that sometimes she tries to listen, but then the conversation always ends up at cum or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
It
does.
is in the beginning.
Yeah.
It does.
It's just like the go-to. Tell your mommy I said hi. Let me in the family.
Cum is gross, isn't it?
No,
Straight up just gross.
It depends who it's coming out of, I
Steve,
think.
turn my shit down. I'm serious.
I'm not gonna.
You did that. You need to write this particular ship. You did that.
Oh, there's tape under it.
Yeah,
Is this me?
probably. Is it louder than it was?
No. Is that fucking with anybody else?
No?
It's probably only fucking
There
something
we
up.
go. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys.
Is everything all right over there in the control curtain?
The control curtain.
I would like to pull that curtain and see somebody making out with somebody else behind.
Right?
I had
That
this-
would be beautiful.
What if Chris was over there making out with Jennifer Lawrence?
They got Jennifer Lawrence. Not on any of the videos.
I just got a note to tell my mic up, but it keeps coming down. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
I love how much more professional our PAs are than every other PA that has ever worked here.
What
Yeah.
if she came over and she was like, Will? It said it on a
No,
note.
I'm telling
Please
you.
stop kicking the table, please.
Will, please behave.
I know I didn't get a note for breaking our property, or I literally jumped on top, and that wasn't the note.
Yeah. What if
Yeah.
it said, Will, please actually try and not just talk about trying?
I swear to God, I'm really trying to break this shit. Like, I'm trying my hardest.
Here's what you need to do. Not in my presence, because I don't want to drive you to the hospital. But if you really want to break this table, you get up on that couch and you do
Jump
like
onto
a
it.
reverse. Yeah, but with back first.
Oh God!
Tuck
Are you
your.
serious?
I'm so.
You've been watching too much wrestling.
Mike, I want to
I
see
could
you
slam
do
you
it.
through it.
How much money could I Venmo you right now to do that?
$1,000.
Really?
You got $1,000 to burn, baby girl? I'll go through this table faster than the one-ply toilet
Will, you want to
paper.
put 500 down?
I do want to put 500 down, but
That would make it $1,500. I
No,
want
I'm
$1,000 of your
If
money.
he gives me 500, I'll put 500 down to
I
watch
want
you do that.
1,000 Steve Zaragoza bucks.
You don't want any
And I want
contribution from anyone
500.
else?
I want 500 from Will.
Hold on, you just added more
no,
money onto this deal.
I'll give
I'll
you
take-
650.
I'll take anything Will wants to give me and $1,000 from you specifically.
Can I negotiate it down to 250?
$250 from 1,000?
Yes.
No.
How many of y'all got 2 debit cards?
Do you think that makes you a good person, or
Whose debit cards are those?
Mommy and daddy.
did you find one of those debit cards at the grocery store and you kept it?
Read me the names off of both of those debit cards. And then the number, and then look in that camera when you do
And
it.
read us the 3-digit one on the back.
Okay.
Also, what's your birthday?
This episode's brought to you by Strensom's Read Us Your Credit Card.
It expired last month. My Disneyland patch.
Brought to you by Will's social security number.
Brought to you by a random guy's social security number.
3 milks.
Pay
What
us
was the shit you came up
$50
with?
and we'll give you
Three kinds of
We'll give you
milk.
3 kinds of milk. Vitamin D. Honestly, when I'm going to the store and like it's time for me to get milk, I always get whatever. It all tastes the same to me.
Whatever,
kinda,
like almond or real
Nah,
milk?
I don't get like the almond and soy, even though I bet soy is really good. I just like blue, red. I don't give a fuck.
I'm
I'll
into
take any
soy.
milk.
I'm into almond.
I'm into Claritin.
I seen cashew milk.
One time I had this
There's also
babysitter.
macaroni milk and
I had this babysitter that used to give us goat meat. And 'cause
Goat
she was
meat?
Haitian, but this was before the earthquake. And I didn't
Does that
like
Which
detail mean?
earthquake?
the Haitian
What does that
earthquake.
detail mean?
You know, before the Haitian earthquake.
What's the importance of that detail?
It happened before then.
But like,
Is that how you...
do you say something that happened before everything you just said?
We used to roller
No.
skate, you remember, before the Haitian earthquake? You remember that?
I don't know why you guys think this is a bit. I was just saying she used to give me goat meat before the Haitian earthquake.
But I don't understand what happened after the Haitian earthquake that caused this woman to no longer interact with you.
Was all the goat meat bad after that?
Not necessarily, but I got a text message from both y'all's girlfriends, and they want me bad.
Was that before or after the Haitian
Hold
earthquake?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Why are you taking a picture of your grundle in your sweatpants?
Look how it came out.
No girl has ever been impressed by a selfie taken with sweatpants
I
are blatantly featured.
God damn, that would have like I don't understand. Like I always see like you know like dudes like post like yeah like nobody wants to see me like that.
No, especially if you're wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
If somebody's attracted to you and they want to bang you, they might want it.
And they want to bang ya.
Have you ever had a girl say, "Send me a picture of your sweatpants"?
You know what? Now that you mention it, no one has ever asked me to send them photos like that. So
Yeah.
like, what? Am I not fucking sexy? Like, what? I just took you out to dinner and you don't want shit from me?
Not everybody's sexy. Let's put it that way.
No, not everyone needs a grainy cell phone picture from somebody.
I'll send you some
people-
fucking jokes.
I'd like you to send me a picture of your sweatpants.
Look, man, I ain't, give me your hat so I need something else to throw.
Is it
Sophia-
weird that I would rather you send me grainy pictures of yourself than your jokes?
My girlfriend got me hot cocoa this morning, and I think it's going to give me diarrhea.
I've gotten diarrhea before off some normal shit. I really don't
There
mind
might
when I
been
have
real
diarrhea.
dairy in it or something.
'Cause,
Dairy
like-
gets me good now.
I like don't mind diarrhea because I really feel like I'm getting it all out. You know, when it's solid, there might be some shit left, but
What kind of porn do you guys like?
My mom
Which
probably
kind of porn
powered
do
through
you
the cum
prefer?
stuff, and she probably just tuned out with the shit stuff.
What kind of porn are you into?
I
Will?
can't really like porn anymore because now I open too many tabs and I realize I'm just like in this ADHD nightmare. I got.
Can you guys just get off on a GIF?
I mean, yeah, hell yeah. If it's a really good one, if it's taken from like, you know,
Oh no!
Sophia, remember when you were like, "Hey, I know you got a lot to do today, but could you come back in around 1:30 and take maybe
Okay.
hour and a half out of your life to have a really meaningful conversation?" By the way,
Make some content.
this podcast is brought to you.
It's just brought
it's
to you.
brought to
Yeah.
you. I always think about like whenever we get into these type of podcasts, I always think about like, you know, all these clips come out of Bernie Sanders recently. Like when he was my age, he was walking around with Martin Luther King, like getting arrested
Yeah.
for like civil rights movement. I'm up here talking about cum and jumping on a table.
I got a
no one's
business I
that's-
want to.
You'll be gone. You'll be out of everybody's memory in 6 months.
All I want to do is be relevant.
You're not
got a
leaving a
business
lasting.
pitch.
You got to say some everlasting stuff.
I'm in.
You have to do some important shit.
I've got a business
I
pitch
have-
for you guys really quick, and nothing else is important. You
That's
guys ready
all.
for this?
Yeah,
I
Dad.
thought that was the bitch.
Here it is. That's my business pitch. Nothing else is important.
I'm having a pain right here.
Here's my business pitch.
Back to
Ready
the
for
hospital.
this?
Yeah.
I'm going to blow your guys' mind. Yes, and yes, you can get in on it. If you've got coins. You're at the airport. You're going to fly somewhere on vacation.
I hate that voice.
You don't like what you packed in your bag? We got a store that's got luggage, sells luggage, and it's pre-filled with new stuff in it. So what's your size? We got an extra large. We got a small. We got a medium. You girl? No problem. We got a girl's bag filled with things girls want.
Why can't I feel a pulse right here? That's not good, right?
You don't want to feel a pulse where your heart
that's not
knot
where
is.
Your pulse is.
Well, why can't I feel one?
You need to.
All I'm saying is like, let's say nobody likes to pack. It doesn't need to be
serious.
at the airport.
I think I'm having
This
a stroke.
service has pre-packed
Steve, put
luggage.
Put 2 fingers right here.
Pre-packed luggage.
Steve, put 2
I'm not
fingers
going
right
to touch
here.
you, Will.
Steve.
Mine, I'm not touching you.
Sophia, come find out what's going on.
If you're dying, do it quieter. Do it quieter and more forever.
Quicker. Can it be quicker? I need you guys to get in on this business.
Is that pillow still
Sophia
there? We
likes
can
it.
put it over Will's head.
Sophia likes my idea.
I'm done with this motherfucking podcast.
Just on his phone. Always leaves the lens on
Prepackaged
just
luggage.
in case.
Prepackaged.
I like it.
It's got pant, shirt.
You could say, is it separated by age
There's
ranges?
tiers too. Yeah.
So I'm a 18 to 24-year-old male.
You don't want to tell me how old you actually are between those ages?
You're gonna have a different bag for every age.
Yes.
That's too much.
Well,
Much too much.
I think, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there's like an 18 to 24 section.
What's the difference between the 21-year-old bag and the 22-year-old bag? I hate everything Will's doing right now, if I'm being completely honest.
I really hate when like you're like trying to have a conversation with people and they just watch Snapchats. That is to me the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
I hate any sound coming from somebody else's phone that I
agree.
could hear.
I agree.
That's my least
Really?
favorite.
Anytime, anywhere?
Anytime anyone in public is watching a video or doing anything on their phone, I hate
It's
it.
the loudest thing in
Well,
the
you know,
world.
people
Yeah.
can do that if they want.
They can't. People having the ability to do that and my ability to hate it are not mutually exclusive. They can exist at the same time. Maybe that means they are mutually exclusive. I don't really know how those words work.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can do it every day forever.
But you're not gonna
I'll
like it.
always hate it.
You're not going to like it.
It's a certain frequency and it cuts through everything else and I hate it.
I
never gonna
100%
like it.
agree.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like ambience, but the opposite of good.
Yeah, if you're at a diner and somebody 3 tables back from you is like, "Ooh, look what this puppy did," I'll always hear it and I'll always hate it.
I don't mind it. This world is not, we're not the only people in this world.
You don't really mind sounds though, which is kind of
I
remarkable.
don't mind sounds.
How is
ever.
that possible?
I used to work at a toy store when I was a kid, and I learned how to tune out sounds.
You know that one toy dog that's in every store?
And flip.
You flip? I hate
walk
Between
by
the
it
two of you, that was a perfect impression.
At the mall, you would see that thing every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. And also, every mall has that ball with a tail that flips
Yeah,
around.
it's pretty
on
cool
its own.
looking.
Ball with a tail?
Yeah, it's a plastic ball, but it has a raccoon
And
tail.
it's in like a plastic thing with like
Yeah.
walls so it can't come out.
yeah.
Do kids even like toys anymore?
Drones.
Drones.
Drugs?
Sorry, no, I just thought of drones. Drones!
Why is it that like rich kids end up doing the hard drugs?
Because they could afford them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cause like whenever I hear about like whenever I meet a kid who's like I'm from like a rich part, they're like, but where I'm from, everybody was on meth. Like where I was from, it's like not good, but nobody was doing meth.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing shit that
Well,
makes
you
your
don't
teeth
know
fall
that.
out.
You don't
I mean,
know
they were doing crack, but not since the 80s as much.
You know what's interesting to me when women go to get like a Brazilian or wax, they go get a wax, someone's definitely hanging out around their vagina.
Yeah.
A stranger is definitely on your vagina.
And that stranger has seen so many vaginas they don't care anymore.
I guess that's true.
There's an OGBYN doctor who only deals with vaginas.
Did we ever
always.
talk about this? Like I don't really like talking about him. I like to pretend he's dead. But like Bill Cosby, we all found out he was a dirty, dirty man. On his show, the beloved Cosby Show, he's a fucking OBGYN.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah. He's a pussy doctor.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I thought he was just a general doctor.
No, he delivers babies. He's a pussy doctor.
Oh shit.
Oh, like how? Like he left the clues. He's the fucking.
He wanted to be a pussy doctor. That was his condition for his show.
All right, okay, all right.
Okay, I'll do the show.
But I gotta be a fucking pussy doctor.
I'm on board with just us pretending he's dead.
Me too.
I thought he was.
He died in 2004, as far as I'm concerned.
Let's just
I
go
thought you were
ahead
going to say 2000 forest fire.
2000 forest fire. He died in forest
I haven't seen them. It was post the earthquake, pre 2000 forest fire.
I saw him at Bumbershoot.
Bumbershoot.
2000 Forest Fire. They played just before Mon Mothma came out.
I really want to meet.
Mon Mothra.
I really want to meet a Disney Channel
It's
star.
actually, if you're a nerd, Mon Mothra is a pretty good name for a band.
Pretty good joke. Leave it in the comments.
Because I'll tell you why. Mon Mothma is a general from Star Wars, and Mothra is a giant creature from Godzilla.
Do you
Yeah.
think I'll
So
ever
Mon
run into
Mothra's
Corbin
pretty-
Blue?
Yeah. Dude, oh my God. I was on the freeway yesterday. I experienced something that is
Wait, hold
pretty
on.
great. No, I gotta say this. Because this is kind of deals with what you wanted to say about Corbin Blue. Will you bump into Corbin Blue? Yes, you will. That's what I'm saying. But check this out. What I did yesterday is greater than anything any of you did yesterday.
I delivered a baby yesterday.
I
gave
was on
all
the
of my
freeway.
clothes to charity.
I was on the freeway next to Slash.
You know Slash is Albanian?
Is he really?
Did you know that?
Is he?
You know who will tell you that every time Slash is
Someone
brought up?
who's Albanian?
Yes. More specifically, Zoya Thaci
Yeah?
will say that every time Slash's name
She's
is
proud
brought
of
up.
that?
I really
You know,
like her a
you know
lot.
he's Albanian. You know everybody likes Slash and he's Albanian, right?
Can we
every
talk
time.
about Zoya some more?
I didn't know that he was a colored man.
No.
When'd you meet?
He's everyone's a color. Well,
But I didn't know he was a guy.
Did you know?
Did I know that I met her?
Yeah, when you
As
met her,
soon
did
as
you
I
know?
saw her, I knew.
Did you know?
Did you do what?
Did you know? Like, hey,
Will's been doing this bit around the office that I really like, where he'll just come up to you and say, "Hey, what happened?" And at first, nothing might be wrong, but then you start thinking a little
wonder.
bit, and you're like, "Shit,
Yeah, everyone's got something.
maybe I
going
didn't
on.
have the best week, and maybe Will really wants to hear about it." But the trick is, no, he doesn't.
I like seeing Keith walk around the office.
Yeah, Keith always walks the same. You notice that?
Keith has a very Keith walk.
He has a very particular posture, and that posture is good.
I honestly
Let's
don't
talk
fuck
about
with
Chris.
Keith. I don't fuck with Keith at all.
Why is that?
I don't like the way he like sounds, looks, like projects himself.
You know, Keith is Albanian.
What do you
That's
think is
why.
the weirdest thing in Keith's car?
Oh, he's definitely got a couple wrenches he stole from like a couple guys.
What do you think? What's the
You ever
weirdest?
start saying something before you know what you're gonna say?
Every time
Yes,
I say
every time.
every time.
Yeah. I can guarantee it's
Yeah,
every time.
yeah.
Does anybody care I drove next to Slash on the freeway?
I actually
about it.
care because Guitar Hero, I didn't really play it, but I
Yeah.
remember my friend did and Slash was in it.
I had an interesting moment thinking about that because I was thinking like, where else in the world can you potentially drive next to Slash on the freeway?
Well,
Van Nuys.
where was
That's
it?
what I'm talking about, Los Angeles, though, when I say that. Which
Yeah, me
covers
too.
Van Nuys.
Isn't it cool that Los Angeles is a bunch of cities put together? They're like, oh, where do you live? Oh, I live in fucking.
Was that one of those times we were talking about where you didn't
I didn't
necessarily
I'm done
knew?
with this shit.
This is the 8th time Will's left this particular podcast.
How much money do you think Slash got for being on?
If that somehow hurts me, we're gonna have a huge problem.
I wish you had really done that, Will.
I know that would have finally finished it all.
I don't think that would have really broken it.
Will, where do you think
How
Will's
much money
going?
do you think Slash got for being a part of Guitar Hero?
What is the first thing you think Will's gonna do
What's
when
the
he
first
gets
thing-
wherever he's going?
What's the first thing Slash did when he got home after seeing me on the freeway?
He was like, do you watch SourceFed? And then his wife was like, what? And then they started doing anything else.
I want
He
Slash
knew
to-
who you are, but he has no one else in his inner circle who he could talk about it
There's
with.
no other famous person that he knows.
That also knows you, is what I'm saying.
I don't think he knows who I am.
I don't think he called up April O'Neil and said, you will never fucking guess who I was driving next to. Oh, Christmas Will's here.
Christmas variant Will.
I always wanted to be in a fighting game, and this would be one of my costume options.
Christmas fairy.
Just a hat.
Christmas very well. It's just a hat.
Just throw snowballs at people.
I want Slash's phone number so that I could just put someone as Slash in my phone.
Like
But mommy is Slash.
the symbol slash.
Yeah, just a Slash.
That's
I'll
cool.
tell my mom to stop calling me all the time. Like, yeah.
Dude,
Does your mom
someday.
listen to this?
No, my mom doesn't listen to anything. She told me, like, she stopped listening because one time, like, you, me, and Joe were, like, talking about Jesus, and she was like, don't talk about Jesus no more. I was like, Mommy, I want to talk about Jesus if I want to. So now she doesn't, in case I start talking about Jesus.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with Jesus. I actually really respect Jesus a lot and a lot of those types of things. Just,
Say it to his face.
look, if Jesus, man, like, I really respect all that water and wine stuff. I couldn't do nothing like that. Only you and Chris Angel can walk on water. Dig it.
What's
Can
your
I
favorite house? Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm-
Go ahead.
I want to hear what Falzone had to say.
Me too.
do you ever catch yourself in a mirror or see a photo of you that someone else took and you're in a very unattractive position and you see yourself and you're like, I never want to do that again?
Yes.
Yeah.
In almost every photo. that I appear in.
Most of them.
Can I ask you what you were? Do you have any real specific, like, I know that I should never yada 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 because that's not how I see myself and I never want to do that again? I'll do mine first and then maybe you'll get yours from it. I have a full length mirror on one of my closets, humble brag.
Damn, you living like that, motherfucker?
I have a 1-bedroom apartment. So
Oh,
I caught a glimpse of myself standing up and texting, but I was texting with really shitty posture and I looked like like an inverted question mark almost. And I was like, never again will I ever do that. I'll never text with bad posture ever again because I wouldn't even fucking be friends with that dude.
I like your house. I like your couch mostly.
I like all those things too. Neither of them are what we're talking about currently.
I do need a better couch.
You know, Mike has
At
this
my
one.
apartment.
It looks really expensive. And like, this isn't something you can steal. This is something like you'd have to have permission to take.
The big couch?
Yeah.
You can't even get that out of the apartment. I would love to see somebody try to steal that
How'd it
shit.
get in there?
They built it inside. It's like a ship in a bottle situation.
They did build it inside?
Yeah, they had to.
Like, like,
What are you going to do when
You're
you
looking
move?
at me like you don't believe me.
What are you going to do when you move?
I can't think of a lower stakes thing to lie about.
What are you going to do when you move?
I'm going to burn it to the ground.
Inside the
The
house?
whole building. No one gets out.
there was the fire department
Selfish.
by my
It's just
apartment
selfish.
complex yesterday. And I was like, oh shit, did I like leave something on? I didn't.
Oh, well, that's good.
I didn't leave anything on. I'm not that kind of guy. I like to conserve for the environment. Unless I'm home alone, then I will turn every light on because it's scary.
I'm going to look into getting a new couch, actually.
Really? What the?
Yeah.
Oh, I know your couch because it was also my
It's
couch for a
time.
minute.
It's time.
And there's part of it is ripped off.
Yeah, it's time. It's time
Can
to
I
get a
say,
new
I'll
couch.
take it.
Don't go to Urban Home. I don't like the furniture that comes
Really?
out of that place.
I think I
That's
just
where
need
our
to...
couch is from, and we gave them hundreds of dollars, and the couch didn't last as long as it should last.
Is there such a service that they'll come and take my old couches and bring a new one?
Just call in William Haynes. I'll come take your shit.
We'll take it.
I really might. Like, I'll give you $200.
You really want my couch?
I think I do. I'll go give it an inspect, but I know it's a good couch.
You have to smell it. You have to get your face in it.
Oh, no.
I'm
You
ready
have
for a new
to.
couch.
Here's how you test out a couch if you're gonna buy it from a friend. You
Tell me.
put your face on the pillow,
Where the butt goes.
on the cushion where the butt goes, and
Take a
you
big whiff.
you smack it.
Yeah.
Right, so everything kind of comes up, and you become that
Yeah.
smell for a little while.
Okay.
and then you make your decision. That's how you offer the price. Like,
All right.
I would love to buy your couch. How much do you want to buy the couch from? I'll give you $50.
Okay, but what if it's like a 7 and bad smells? How much should I give him for that?
I wouldn't buy anything over a 3.
Wow, that's really snobby, man.
I really
No, I
look
don't
up to
think
you
so.
because it's not even really an age thing. I just feel like you are so figured out and you know how you feel, and I really appreciate that, Mike.
Not at all times, but I appreciate the compliment, even if it's not genuine.
It is genuine. I really do love you, man. You're one of my favorite people on earth.
Why aren't you nicer to me then, do you think?
Oh, shit, here we go.
Look, man, you know, I really like Zoya a lot, and
Yeah.
I could see a future with me and her if you weren't around. I
That's
forgot
not
I'm wearing this hat. I saw it in the reflection.
That was the version of you that you never want to be.
That's who I don't want to be.
I just decided I
Christmas
never
Will.
want to be Christmas
Do you
Will.
see yourself taking care of Zoya if something happened to Mike?
Hell yeah. If she was like, I just need someone's comfort.
Do you think you've met Zoya several times? Do you think she needs anyone else?
Hell
Do you think
no.
she needs me?
That's why she's incredible. She doesn't need anybody.
Zoya is completely self-sufficient.
Is
She's
Zoya
the
thinking
most-
of her exit route right now? She's thinking
me?
about. She's trying to figure out her exit right now.
I think she's got it all figured
She's got it
out.
figured out already.
I think she's just waiting for the time to.
She's trying to see what level of fame you reach by the time you're gonna get married.
Wait a minute. We've been in LA for 4 years. You don't have an IMDb page?
Yeah, she's trying to figure it out. She wants to see your star meter.
Yo,
Where your star meter's at?
I'm making an IMDb page tonight.
IMDb page.
Fuck this podcast. Don't correct me on anything ever again.
This is the third time. If he touches me, I'm gonna kill him.
If I was you, I wouldn't like me either.
Listen, I've never been genuinely so nervous for someone as I am for Will at all times.
Look, when I was a kid, I used to be afraid of monsters, and I realized recently that was just anxiety, and I didn't know how to describe it yet.
I thought you were gonna say I am the monster, and then I was gonna get real nervous about
Well,
it.
society is the monster. We can say that outright.
Well, I don't want to blame it on everyone else. I really want to blame it on myself and how I was born. You know, I don't want to be a victim to it anymore. I'm stronger than this.
You look stronger than that.
Yeah, I hit the gym, man.
I can't
What's
tell.
your criteria for a couch when you buy one?
I don't like it to smell like my friends' asses.
Wingtips.
No, I'm talking about brand new. When you go to buy a brand new couch,
Has to be comfy. Has to be wide.
I'm
do you
not.
like a deep back?
I
You wanna
really don't.
Scooch all the way back. You want your legs hanging like you're a 3-year-old.
Yeah, because if it has a deep back,
Yeah.
then you could lay down on it side by side.
It's not necessarily
lady.
about comfortability. It's about like sometimes you want a couch that helps you be alert. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. I like a couch that helps me be comfortable. I like my feet to help me be alert.
Is there a service that will bring a couch to my house and let me try it for like a month and a half?
Mexicans are us.
And if I don't like it, I can switch it out for a better one.
I think you're thinking about Try a Couch. Tryacouch.org.
This episode of the SourceFed podcast is brought to you by Try a Couch.
Go ahead and try a couch. Put in the promo code. Go ahead and try a couch if you want for 15%
All
off.
capital letters.
How is the promo code longer than the website?
Well,
Man.
they're
Go try a
really
couch
new to
if you
promo
want.
codes. They just got a QR and it's even longer than the promo code.
Man, people won't know what QRs are in
Go
100
try
years.
a couch.
Why aren't promo codes completely done already?
You know, Wyatt Harriet Tubman dropped that bomb on Japan.
I don't think you're remembering that accurately.
I forget what his name actually is.
Who's your favorite cartoon policeman?
You're not allowed to forget shit on the internet because then they think you're a complete idiot and everything. Like, you didn't know this one thing?
Oh
yeah,
my
but I
God,
know
get
everything
so
else.
much shit for not knowing.
Do you know how
the
much-
700 names of characters on Game of Thrones?
And you
Do
already
they know that
so
you're
much.
a human being?
Yeah, I don't have time to remember every fucking name
You already know
of every
a lot.
character on Game of Thrones.
That's why I always, when I don't know something, I'm very honest about it. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the best thing. You'd be amazed at how many people don't have that.
What's his name? Truman.
Harry
What?
Truman.
I
The
forgot what
actual
we were talking
president
about.
that...
Harry Truman.
Harry Truman.
Harry Truman. I said Harry
Now
Tubman.
I get your joke.
Thank you. It's a smart one. It's a thinker.
That is a thinker, and I didn't get it because I don't know.
Steve, I can feel your pulse.
Thanks, man.
Can I say something very specific and important?
Yeah.
Never hang out with somebody who wears sunglasses inside for any reason.
Do you remember what Larry David said about people who wear sunglasses?
No, but I bet it's perfect.
He said the only people that wear sunglasses indoors are blind people and assholes.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
You guys know Lieberman had to leave work early today because he wet himself?
What if he came out from the curtain and beat the shit out of you?
The living daylights.
I wouldn't even stop him. Afterwards, when you were clearly beat up, I'd be like, all right, guys, let's break it up.
It's funny because I'm making eye contact with Lieberman right there. He didn't wet himself.
Dude, I wanted to look over and you have like a full, like, 5 days of growth beard and you're just like seething. You rip your shirt off. Like, this is it.
How many
We'll
times
see.
have you guys seen Edward Scissorhands?
Are you leaving?
A bunch.
All right, man.
Bye, Lieberman.
Are you going to go in your own chair for the 8th time today?
Yeah.
This time?
Lieberman's gonna go. He's gonna go be over. He's going to Defy to do a real quick magazine fights.
Magazine.
It's a great show. They fight over the best magazines.
Like you guys are a little older than me, so you know how like people like now are always on their phones. Were they reading magazines before?
Everyone was always on a magazine. You remember?
Yeah.
I'm being like genuinely serious. Like, was it magazines? What were people doing, or did we?
No,
just
they were
develop the
talking
need?
to each other and looking each other in the eyes.
Always.
Always.
No,
Was it
no,
TV?
no.
Was it
They were
TV?
newspapers and shit.
Yeah, but people
read
weren't on their
newspapers.
newspaper when they felt uncomfortable in casual conversation.
Was the TV always on or the radio?
There was always
Maybe.
some sort of distraction. Books.
Yeah.
They probably would just want to read books.
I think, like, strangely, we've kind of given ourselves this ability. A lot of people look at it negatively as if we need to be doing something, but we also given ourselves the ability to multitask. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can be on their phones and be in a conversation.
Yeah, but not fully.
Not fully. We haven't gotten that far yet. Give it another.
Well, we were that far, is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
And you could have a full conversation just talking to, and I'm not doing one of those blanket statements like everyone can't participate in conversation now. But I think people have lost the ability to be present, where it's like something that it's like sought after now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I wish I could feel more present. Like you did it to yourself, and you continue to do it to yourself. And
It's like they want to be in social situations, so what they do is get in one and then also go on Instagram, which is like a social.
too social.
It's like, yeah, it's too much social. Being the one that's now.
I think if anyone in charge of programming in this building we're in listened to this podcast, they'd be very upset.
Why is
I
that?
mean,
Do you think
it was a good one until the beginning when you already determined that it was bad, and it was like it could have been good.
I don't
still
think I
it is
determined it
good.
was bad. Did I do that?
I don't remember anything that happened before
didn't determine
the
it was bad.
Haitian earthquake.
I remember anything. I remember everything. That's not a bit. That's like I really had a babysitter who gave me goat meat before the Haitian earthquake.
I'm interested and concerned with what was the second half of your thought? Anyone in this building in charge of programming would think this is awful because I'm not saying a word until you finish the rest of that
I mean,
thought.
you could probably finish it in your head.
I'm sure I could. I got a brain.
Tell me, guys, what you guys think about this bit I came up with yesterday. I want to do a full episode of people be like on my new set, and all of a sudden at the end of this video, the wall breaks in and the Kool-Aid Man comes in.
For no reason.
Like I really want to break the wall down.
Does the rest of the episode have anything to do with
Nope.
Kool-Aid? Then
I
I'm
like it, but
totally
Family
down.
Guy did it already.
They fucking did, huh?
Yeah.
They did.
For no reason?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
That's because they can just draw it.
I think The Simpsons did it too.
Probably. The Simpsons is genius. I want to watch that tonight. I'll probably end up watching.
You know what
Futurama.
else is genius? Futurama. Classic show.
I love Futurama.
Well written.
Even to the end, like even the last seasons and all that.
Yeah, it's
like,
all great.
I don't know of any part where they lost it.
Great. Let's just sit and think about Futurama for the rest of the episode, do you think?
You know, Conan O'Brien was a writer on
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons?
That was where the Black Simpsons.
I would have loved to have seen that show.
This is something I don't need right here.
I liked that show.
I'm so happy.
The Cleveland Brown show.
That's football.
Cleveland Brown.
I liked that show a lot.
There was this one.
I thought it
bit-
was funny.
I really think it's so funny. Like there was this part where the mom was like, "I'm mad. I'm gonna go in the living room and talk under my breath, passive aggressively." And I was like, "That's my mom."
I love it. I think that show was better than Family Guy.
You think so?
Cleveland
Yes.
show?
The Cleveland show, yeah.
I think honestly,
liked it.
all of those animated adult shows are very hilarious.
Yeah.
I-
There's a new one coming out where it's like it's Chris Miller and Phil Lord. And the guys that did like the Lego movie and like, you know, fucking Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs,
Which
Last
you
Man
did
on
do
Earth.
all the sound
I did the
on
sound
the
design for the
website.
website of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
I like. I think honestly though,
I
like,
wasn't done with my thought.
Oh.
They did a show. They're doing a show that's coming out, and it's about an animated man who goes home to his live action family, and he lives in like a live action world.
But he works in
But
an
he's an
animated?
animated man. He's like a He-Man type character, and he has to like move back to Orange County because he can't work on his cartoon show anymore.
I think
Sounds amazing, right?
It does sound
I would
amazing.
love it. I
the
love
best
those
one out of
boys.
all of them is Bob's Burgers.
It's a good show.
It's like I think it's just like a beautiful audio experience because all the voices are so like familiar. I don't know how to explain it.
But
I
I,
know
don't
what
think
you're saying.
Frogs Burgers is any better than. I honestly think Family Matters is.
Family Matters. That's Urkel, right?
Frogs Burgers?
I think Futurama is a superior cartoon to any of them, to
Really?
all of them.
I don't know if I'm.
Although The
alone in this.
Simpsons is pretty great, though. The Simpsons might be up there.
The best season of The Simpsons is better than the best season of Futurama?
The best season of Simpsons is damn solid.
They've been the same age for 30 years.
Those Simpsons?
Yeah,
And they all sound the same.
that's true.
I think Homer's gone through development, but like the rest of them are like pretty much like the lady who does Maggie's voice. That's just her voice, right? Or not Maggie, Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
I remember when I was in like my freshman year of college, I opened up a newspaper and they were talking about how all the Simpsons voice actors were like, I want to get paid more money.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Harry
three
Shearer
people
was
working the whole
locked in a problem with his monies.
Now that job must
He
feel
was locked in a
repetitive.
problem.
Who did OJ's voice
Like in real life?
in the
OJ
Simpsons?
did it.
Oh, he did his own?
Is that doctor supposed to be OJ?
I don't think so. I think he's just a doctor.
I
You
actually
talking about
read it.
Dr. Hibbert?
Yeah.
Dr. Hibbert, Dr. Hibbert.
Steve, how did you shoot? Get off?
Sometimes you breathe like you've been tired for 5 years.
You guys ever see the episode with Michael Jackson of
Yeah.
Family
Oh
Matters?
yeah. No. That would have been cool though. Why wasn't Michael Jackson on more things like that?
I know.
He's
It's
busy
the-
having tigers.
Do you think he enjoyed his life?
I
don't-
hope
I
so.
can't. I can't tell you that.
I hope so.
I
It
don't
makes
know.
me sad. It makes me sad thinking about MJ's life. What a tragic life that man led.
Dude, I used to have videos of him, like that I taped off of HBO, and I'd watch him and I'd feel so much joy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You want to be, everyone wanted to be Michael Jackson.
And
the
then I
greatest
used to
shit.
get in trouble for touching my privates all the time, but I wasn't like, they would tell my parents, he's going around, he's grabbing his privates. But I was just dancing.
Were you touching yourself to full erection ever?
No.
See, like that's the funny thing about
No,
Michael
and.
Jackson is in his interviews. Remember, hi, I'm Michael Jackson, but he gets up there and like does the most. I remember this one dance move that he does. That's like this. Woo! That's,
Yeah, that's
That's
a
most of
fucking.
them. Yeah.
He's fucking.
That's a fucking.
That's
Yeah.
fucking. He did a lot of fuck moves.
Yeah.
Most of his dance moves were fuck moves.
That's
heard-
he wrote that book, Fuck Moves.
Fuck moves.
By Michael. I heard that they had to take Elvis, like when he was on TV, they had to crop him from the top up because his dance moves were too sexual.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
because you could see his dick through his pants. from
Was it really?
Elvis.
His hard dick.
Well, you could see he did a lot of hip gyrations, and the head of his penis, sorry, Mom, head of his penis would hit the front of his pants like that, and it would look like a door knocker on the inside.
I heard Elvis had full erection every time he danced.
Wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't he be the greatest?
He's so
I heard he can only get off if he was also playing the guitar as hard as he possibly could.
Hold on, baby, I'm almost there.
I heard
I
the
heard
same thing
Elvis-
about Jack White.
I heard that Elvis liked to have Windex sprayed in his mouth while he made love.
In his mouth. Oh, I don't think
I heard
anything's
someone-
worse than that.
I heard someone had to pull a car up as close as they could to him and honk the horn.
No,
It was
no.
the only way he could get off.
I heard that in order to have a climax. No.
Imagine it happening. Don't say anything else
Yeah,
until you
bring it close.
imagine
Hey,
that
no, bring
happening.
it closer. Yeah, no, I need
Hey,
closer.
what's that? What's that, a
bring
Chevy?
Yeah, that's got a good one. That's a good horn.
My bit wasn't that good. I was gonna say he had to get a new prescription on his glasses to orgasm.
I didn't know he wore glasses. That's very
Get a new
interesting.
glasses prescription.
He had to like be there getting his prescription changed and like tested.
At the optometrist, he had to get the eyeball dilating drops.
Did you know that the Notorious B.I.G. had to have one hand in a toilet in order to get off? I read that in his biography.
What was the biography called?
It's called Big Life.
Fuck moves.
Who was the ghostwriter?
Danny Tramber.
Who was his father-in-law's second cousin's best friend in
What
1972?
if the Marvel superhero Ghost Rider was a ghost writer during the day?
I haven't thought about
That's
Ghost
really
Rider
good.
in
And he
2 years.
accidentally went to work with his head in flames one day.
Let's think about this particular superhero.
Let's talk about him.
He's on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's on fire. So is the motorcycle. You can only do damage like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of his thing.
He just drives into stuff.
yeah.
Does he have any special fighting powers, or
Yeah.
does he just own a chain?
Yeah, no, he has a fiery.
Look in your eyes, see your past.
He can pee fire, according to the movie.
His passion is what you're saying.
He's got anger.
He peed fire in the movie?
Yes, he did.
I don't remember that scene. How could I
It
forget?
was the second Ghost Rider. It happens in the trailer. It's ridiculous.
There was a Ghost Rider 2 with Nicolas Cage?
Yes, ma'am.
What does his motorcycle run on? Gasoline?
No.
Yeah, I know. How flammable
Hell.
do you think?
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
I'm sure you can look on a Wikipedia page and find out.
Yeah, but how's he on fire riding a motorcycle combustion engine?
Lucifer powers.
How's it not exploding every time? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, okay, so
The devil's powers.
I'm
for
interested.
sure.
why doesn't the devil hook up more people with powers if he can do that?
If only to save on fossil fuel.
Well, I believe
Yeah.
it's because most people don't want to make a deal with him.
Oh,
When
he
they make
must
a deal
be
with the devil,
pissed.
you get some terrible, horrible consequences.
He should just be like, you know, that stuff that happened with me and God was like centuries ago. Make a deal with me. Buy my real estate.
You think anyone has ever gotten the better side of a deal with a devil? Like, you think the devil's ever
Have
been
they ever
fucked over?
fooled the devil?
Yeah. Like, shit.
Well, you know-
$500?
The popular song "The Devil Went Down to Georgia"
Heard about it?
features a man who bests the devil.
Yeah.
I remember I read this comic book about this kid who's got like cerebral palsy, and then he, well, never mind.
Did you just say cerebral palsy? Is that what you said, Will?
Our crew better not be fucking laughing at me.
What is it, Will? What is that? What is that? What is that actual?
It's the one unanimous thing that united everybody else.
To laugh at me. Thanks everybody for watching the SourceFed
What
podcast.
is it? What is that disorder
I'm a
actually
fucking
called?
idiot.
Do you know what that disorder is actually called? Guys,
Do I give one more try?
yeah, but you can't look at your phone. Go ahead, get one more try.
Sevral, Paul.
Guys, thank you so much for watching the SourceFed podcast, listening to the
I'm done.
SourceFed podcast. I'm sorry that this might have been a real bad episode.
I'm done in Hollywood.
But you know, sometimes we do a lot of stuff here at the office. Like right now, it's what, 2:30?
I don't know.
This has been a very long day for a lot of us, and we create content constantly. It never stops, and it's fun to do, and we love our jobs. But it's like by the time we get to a show where we have to like talk and talk and talk, it's like we're so drained from the other stuff we've been doing. Sometimes it's just slightly tiring, and it's maybe not as good as one where we're a little bit more energetic.
I still enjoyed it though.
Me
Like,
too.
I'm gonna be honest. Like this was like kind of stressful.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it because I do love you guys
Yeah.
as people.
I love you
Like,
too.
have you ever had a sleepover with your friends? It's like nighttime.
And then it
Yeah.
gets ridiculous.
yeah, and you guys are just so tired, and you guys are just laying there, and you're farting and laughing at farts and saying ridiculous shit to each other. That's what's happening right now.
Have you ever started a road trip as soon as your gas light comes on?
That's
what we
That's
just
a great metaphor, man. I don't think this was a bad episode. I think honestly it's a very unique one.
Have you ever peeked your penis around the corner? Like you're looking around the corner?
You ever use the pee-pee hole in underwear?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
I don't use the pee-pee hole very much.
I use it to open doors. Guys, thank you so much for watching the SourceFed podcast. Again, I apologize. Sometimes we're tired. The next time is going to be great. Isn't it? You get this show is a grab bag. Sometimes you get very serious discussions. Sometimes you get ridiculous ones. And that's why I love it, huh?
How long do you think my mom watched this episode?
Let us
Go ahead
know.
and put it in the comments.
I regret
comments?
everything.
Why don't you guys tweet at Jeremy, our boss, and let him know how much fun you had listening to this podcast, and let him know how much you appreciate the episodes of this show. Thank you guys.
At Danger Sharks.
Thanks with a Z in the end. Bye, everybody.
Did we do the sponsor?
No, Mom, put the bagel bites in now so it'll be done when I'm done filming. God. Oh, what's up, fuck shits? It's me.
Forever. You never
Infinite
have to
money.
pay.
Just keep swiping. You don't even have to worry about it because it's just credit.
Swipe it.